Depth is a masterpiece of multiplayer. It combines the elements of Evolve with some elements of Payday to create a new multiplayer experience that's like beyond amazing. And when I compare it to those two, I shouldn't, because this is so much better than all of them. Basically, it works like this. There are divers and there are sharks. The diver's job is to go into the sea, collect gold, and help their trusty robotic friend Steve dig for gold as well as store gold in there. There's extra gold laying around, med kits, options, and your job is to collect gold, put it in, and keep the sharks away. An interesting premise, a fun one, and one that has tremendous potential and unbelievably well execution. Your job, the diver, like I said, to do that. But there's another twist. The sharks are played by players. So you'll see people playing as sharks, and it's their job to attack you and take you out. Now, this game has one thing that most multiplayers and frankly most horror games lack, and that's atmosphere. You're alone, silent in the dark, with your 4 other friends waiting for 2 sharks to appear. They can come in, charge, take a bite out of you, and zoom away with nothing left. An amazing offer, a great prospect, and frankly, horrifying conclusion. This is the role of a diver. The role of a shark is constant planning, looking, knowing when to dash, knowing your shark's strength, weaknesses. There are several classes to sharks, each one of them with their own adaptive ability as well as evolutionary powers that they can use to fully defend themselves and take out the divers. You can eat seals to regain health, and your job is to keep the divers from escaping with the money. You can do that by destroying the robot, but the easiest way for a shark would be to slow down the robot and take out the tickets or lives of the enemy. You can also win that way by being a human in this specific Blood and Gold. There's also Megalodon Hunt, as well as a hide-and-seek mode. These modes are not as popular because the Blood and Gold has perfected the gameplay to an amount that's almost amazing. Now, I apologize if the gameplay is a little laggy. Unfortunately, I don't optimize my OBS very well, so this is running at a solid 60 FPS though. Running solid at 60 FPS. This is a Steam game. There's great items, community marketplace, great skins. But let's go ahead and talk about everything. About gameplay wise. Graphics, they're okay. Not great, but not bad. They're good enough to give it atmosphere and life. The sound design and light design is absolutely incredible. When you're underwater, you feel like it, you look like it, and it really takes the terror of a shark attack and being underwater, searching, and the dangers of sharks very seriously. It's an amazing experience, and as a shark, you feel like a shark. Like the gameplay motions feel like you're underwater. A shark feels like you have power, danger. Frankly, the shark has only one attack besides ramming someone, and that's to eat them. And you thrash your mouse back and forth to simulate thrashing them and eating them. And it just all comes together so naturally, so important, that you just feel just right at home. Honestly, it's probably one of the best multiplayer experiences I've ever had, because there's true horror, there's a monster, it feels realistic, it feels fun, it's fantastic. I just feel so at home with it. It's incredibly hard, and people have noticed that, but to me, the difficulty really gives it an edge, because it forces you to do the easiest way you can, to force you to think of clever ways to save you, your teammates, and it really forces people into cooperation because of the difficulty. In that respect, it also reminds me a bit of Rainbow Six Siege, but to me, the gameplay just feels good. And for a title that really, it's not AAA. It feels AAA. It feels like what a lot of games hope to be and want to be. This is a masterpiece of a game. Frankly, the competitive potential, 10 out of 10. Man, gotta give it that. For gameplay and actual game itself, 5 out of 5. This game is a masterpiece, and if you don't have it, you're making a huge mistake, and you should buy it immediately. It does have microtransactions, but they're not a deal breaker for me. Not here. They're bad. I don't use them, but frankly, they're fun. The skins are good, and I sell other skins I don't want on the marketplace, and then use that money to buy skins. I don't actually purchase anything, but I don't like using microtransactions, but they're not necessary for this game to be fun. They do have skins, but again, I'm not going to hold that against the score. And like I said, competitive, 9 out of 10. Gameplay, 5 out of 5. And the whole game itself. Thank you very much. Bye.